New Things Day, September 21st, and I am nothing less than furious that my vinyl that I ordered, that I alluded to last week, has not come yet. It was supposed to be here Wednesday. No, it was supposed to be here last Thursday. So I haven't gotten it. I'm thinking my order was messed up. I sent a very, very polite email to the website that I ordered my vinyl from, and awaiting a response, in which case I may have to get a little mad because I'm very irritated and very angered at not receiving these yet. Luckily, they did send me the codes to download it digitally, so I have been able to listen to it, but it's still not the same as listening to it on a nice piece of beautiful colored vinyl. That being said, comics and regular books today. And when I say comics, I mean every goddamn comic that came out, I think, today. I don't understand. And still, I didn't get the one I wanted. The one book that I actually wanted to get today that I was excited about, didn't get it. So let's just get into this. Karnak 5. I feel like I haven't read one of these in, I don't know, 6 months. I don't understand how they're doing this. I thought this series was initially to kind of, I hate using the term, to be the rebirth of Karnak and this new Karnak. Yet, if they're using Karnak in all these other stories with Uncanny Inhumans and All New Inhumans, how are they rebuilding him in here if he's kind of still the same guy over there? He's just wearing a hoodie. That's the difference. That's where we're at. I don't know. I still have actually been liking it because I'm a big Karnak fan. I like the way it's going, but I feel like there's so much time in between each issue that I'm losing something. Archie 12. Here it is. God damn, do I love this Archieverse. Can't speak enough about this Archieverse. Love everything about it. Can't wait to read it. It's like my soap opera. It's my General Hospital, if you will. Vision 11. We're coming up on it. I think it's the second to last issue. I don't want to look at the last page because there might be a spoiler. I was going to see if it was going to say to be concluded. But I fucking love this book. And this is the one time that I was right. And that people tended to agree with me when I loved the book. Because I absolutely loved this from the very first issue. And slowly people started to maybe read it and agree that it's a great book. So let's say I'm batting, I don't know. I mean, I'm not batting a Hall of Fame number. I'm not even getting near the Hall of Fame. I'm probably batting like 120 when it comes to books that I love that eventually people like, because every book I enjoy gets canceled. It's a fact. Green Lanterns number 7. Now, this is the first time that I've chosen a cover without Simon Baz, because Simon Baz is the reason I got onto this book. But I fell in love with her last issue. Is this coming out weekly? I just read one of these. Like, just read it. Is this... What happened? What happened? I don't know. But I fell in love with Jessica Cruz last issue when she got over her anxiety. She got over her mental block that was preventing her from creating constructs. So her creating constructs on the cover here to defend herself. And I'm gonna go one step further, read into this, and say that all of these rocks, all these meteors, are her anxiety and her stress. Yep, did that. How do you feel about that pretentious dickhead? Book it's on a chopping block. If this doesn't blow me away, it's gone. Punisher 5. I don't hate it, but there's nothing here keeping me. There's nothing here that I want to go in and read it. I don't really care. The only thing I'd be here for is a little bit of violence, but I can get violence from some other books that are better. Mighty Thor 11. Just solid all around. I can't say enough about the Thor book, anything Jason Aaron does. Cyborg 1. Here it is. I don't know how long it's going to last. I was on it from the last solo series of Cyborg. We'll see how this one goes and what direction it's heading in. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know what to say about it because I like Cyborg as a character. but it seems they're constantly battling with if they want him to be this kind of acclimated adult hero, or if they want him to be this kind of young man struggling with his past and kind of generic. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #9. I may be the only one still reading this. I don't know anybody else who does. I truly don't. I don't know how this book is still going. Does the show keep it going by itself? But I'm actually very behind on the show. I'm trying to get caught up now on Netflix. I know it just premiered last night, the new season. But I've been liking the book, and I'm pretty sure the book has nothing to do with the show. Because at a certain point, May and Fitz were banging around, and I don't think that happened in the show. Deadpool v. Gambit, #5. Gorgeous Kevin Wada cover. I love anything Kevin Wada does. It's just he adds a special flair to everything. Love everything about it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, #7. Great series, pure nostalgia, but even through the nostalgia, it's well written. It's drawn well. It's a delight. It is a delight. Uncanny X-Men 13. I don't know if it's on a chopping block or not. I kind of just have this because I missed having X books on my poll, and I got on this because Colin Bunn was writing it. I do enjoy it, but might be a little stagnant at this point. Maybe I'll reassess after that issue. Power Man and Iron Fist 8. I like this book a lot. I say it every time I show it that it was a book that I didn't expect I would enjoy. Picked it up off the shelf, read the first one, was hooked, loved it through 8. Still a Civil War crossover, it appears. Ringside 7. If you, I've said it before, if you are a wrestling fan and more of a smark, you like the insider terms, you like reading the dirt sheets, Ringside's for you because it's fucking phenomenal if you're a wrestling fan. Of course, I had to get it. Trinity #1. How often do you see one name on the cover? Francis Manapul doing art and writing. It's a big. I feel like it's a big step. I loved when he did Flash. I loved everything about it. I followed him when he moved on to Detective Comics. I'm interested to see how this goes, and I had to get the Manapul cover. I like the other cover, but I love the Manapul cover. Yes. Manifest Destiny 23. After reading the trades, I hopped on this at the beginning of the Sasquatch arc, and I like where it's at now. And it's only $2.99, so this is going nowhere. Until somebody tells me it's being canceled, in which case it's going off my poll, because I have no say in that. Batman 7. Truly the first time I didn't really like either cover. I didn't. I feel like this one's like washed away. I only got this one because I like the use of the negative space. But the other one, I felt like the art was just dull. There was no detail in it. I feel this one's kind of washed out as well. It's just a personal opinion, though. I know some people will probably love these covers. I didn't like either of them, but I like the negative space in this one more. It's pretty bad when I'm choosing a cover based on negative space. International Iron Man #7. Some more negative space being well used. I guess that's the theme here. This book might be on the chopping block as soon as the new Iron Man comes up, as soon as Infamous comes out, because I only got this because I missed having some Tony. I now realize that it's not Tony that I enjoy, but Tony being written well. And I feel like Bendis he's doing something. He's definitely doing something. I like half of this. But maybe if we find out who Tony's parents are, I'll be back involved. Even though that was an arc 2 or 3 series ago that we never got to the bottom of. Last but not least, this $4.99 Abomination Civil War 2. I don't know why every issue has to be $4.99. You tell me. I don't know. It doesn't look pretty, though. I do like the way it looks. Although somebody at the shop did ask me today what they're fighting about. Somebody who doesn't read Marvel currently, they said, what's Civil War 2 about? What are they fighting about? And, I mean, I explained it, but as I was explaining it, I felt in my head how dull it was. I was like, you know what? I mean, it's there, but there's so many little nuanced things happening that make it that much more, I guess. I don't know. I still like it, but we'll see where it heads. Book time after drink time. First, we have Down to a Sunless Sea, a novel by David Graham. You have him on the back there. You can catch that guy smoking cigarettes in an alleyway in a movie as a detective, I imagine. That's what he looks like to me. This is a book club edition. There is a bookmark here from the Upstart Crow and Company, bookstores and coffee houses, the Cannery in San Francisco, and the Prune Yard in Campbell. There's some numbers. I wonder if these places still exist. It's interesting. But this is a book club edition. Most of the book club editions, I believe, were from early to mid 70s. So I'm going 73 on this just to split the difference. I was way off. 81. It's not a good start. Not a good start. Down to a Sunless Sea. Oh, I love this cover. I got this one solely for the cover and I know nothing about it. This is Masters of Everon by Gordon R. Dixon. I love that cover. Hardback. Dust jacket's a little damaged on the top and it's a little browned on the edge, to be honest with you. This one sat on the shelf for a long time. Another book club edition, but because it appears to be a sci-fi, I'm gonna stick with the 80s. I'm gonna go 1980 on this one, if I can find it. Okay. 1979. That's a win. 1979. It's a win for me. One of my favorite, I don't want to say horror because he doesn't really write horror books, suspense thrillers. One of my favorite suspense thriller authors who got me into reading a lot was Dean Koontz. This is when he was writing Dean R. Koontz. This is The Voice of the Night. I don't know. I really don't know when this comes out or when this came out. Hey, we do have an autograph, though. Maria Foster, guys. We got her. We got Maria Foster's autograph. Published by Berkeley Books. I got to guess 1984, 85 on this one. This book was published in 1980. Went too high. I went too high. Wonder if it involves a train. Idiot. Next, we have Peter DeVries, Let Me Count the Ways. On the back here, it says DeVries is in the high tradition of American humor. Gamey, sharp-eyed, Nope. Done reading that. This has a cover price of $5. So I'm gonna go. This is 19 with that cover. You got the flower. You got the flower child, the dove. The dove isn't the flower child. I gotta go 1972. I might be earlier. I want to go earlier, but I'm sticking with 72. But I think it's gonna be earlier. I think we have a receipt here for when somebody bought this, actually. And it is stained the paper, actually. It has stained the inside of the book. One book paid $5 for it. That was the cover price, correct? Yeah, and there was 25-cent tax. It was bought in Pennsylvania from Gimbels. Purchased from Gimbels. Although this is the merchandise copy. That's interesting. I'm going to keep that in there. But it stained the pages. This poor, low-quality paper stained the pages. All right, published by Little Brown and Company. I said what? 70, what did I say? You know what I said. I don't know what I said. 73? I knew it was earlier. 65. 1965 on this guy. Hardback. Dust jacket's in great condition. It's a nice-looking book, actually. Ooh, next up, we have a case of missing subtitles. This is The Good Doctor. This is pre-doctorate, though, pre-PhD. Pre-HD. I hate it. This is Bill Cosby, Time Flies. And the missing subtitle, I believe, is When You're Unconscious. It's supposed to be Bill Cosby, Time Flies When You're Unconscious. And then, parenthetically, and rapes happen. I didn't purchase this. There was no money spent on this. That's the only reason I have this. I just looked. I don't want to give The Good Doctor a part in this game. This was published in 1987. He was probably, what, 25 women in at that point? Human garbage. Next up, we have Frank Herbert and Brian Herbert's Man of Two Worlds. Hardback. Dust jacket's in pretty damn good condition. Spine's a little loose, though. Actually, spine's really loose. As you can see, there's a lot of movement. Not a fan of that. But we have a cover price. Wow, actually, the spine is detached on one side. I don't know the cover price. There is no cover price. But I'm going to guess this is published 1981. Published by G.P. Putnam Sons. This is 86, so 5 years off. This thing's damaged. I need to look into restoring books. Even something as minute as a loose spine, I want to work on. I want to be able to bring it back to life. I want to be able to fix it. I love books. I love them so much. Another phenomenal cover here. Frank G. Slaughter's Convention MD, a novel of medical infighting by the author of Doctor's Wives. So we know that Frank Slaughter did Doctor's Wives. But do we know? Well, it's a book club edition. Autograph in here by Mary Cunningham. Mary Cunningham. This is bad too. The spine's attached on this thing too. What did I do? Find a whole just shelf full of badly bound books. Love the alliteration. I'm gonna say this was published Convention MD. I'm gonna say I've been in the 70s all day. I gotta go earlier. 68. I'm going 68 for this. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm way under. Published by Doubleday. This is 72. Should have stuck with the 70s. I've been within 5 years most of this game so far, though. So, Frank G. Slaughter, Convention MD. Little damage on the dust jacket, but nothing too bad. Next, we have Blaze of Glory, the story of a willful and ambitious actress by Agatha Young. I like that cover too. And then you have Agatha Young on the back here. Or should I say Agatha Not So Young? Hey! To be pulling on my suspenders because it's an awful joke that was probably used in the 50s when she was young. I hate myself. I hate myself. I can't avoid the jokes. I can't avoid them. This is a book club edition. Let's see when Agatha Young would have been young. I'm going to say this is published. I'm going to 67. 67, published by Random House. Copyright 1950. 1950. You know, she's not that old there, but she is wearing an animal on her, so we can say she's not the greatest person, right? Because I like to imagine anybody who wears animals has killed them with their bare hands. Or at least they should have. They should. 1950 on Blaze of Glory here. Hardback, dust jacket has some tears here at the bottom. A little beat up here and there, but all in all, for 1950, not that bad. Considering that's, what, 66 years old? Old book. And lastly for this one, Robert Rurak's The Honey Badger. The dust jacket looks like it's been chewed up by a honey badger. It may have been a rat, actually. I mean, there's some holes down at the bottom here. Slight decal edge. You know I'm a sucker for a decal edge. No library-bound books in this one, which I'm kind of bummed out about in this little set. This is a book club edition as well. I don't even have the slightest idea. Although the double cover art kind of gives it away a little bit for me that this is 60s. I'm going to say it's for the win. This is 1964 all day long. I think it's earlier. I'm regretting my thing already. Oh boy, 65. If I didn't care about this book at all, I would have tossed it over my shoulder, hoped it landed in one of these boxes and the whole thing tumbled down, and then I would have thrown confetti in the air because that is a win in my book. Because I pulled that with no knowledge other than the double cover, which means absolutely nothing. In my head, it means something. All right, I'm done. I'm done wasting your time. That vinyl better come in, or the next video may be me from prison. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything that would sound like it's going to incriminate me. I'm not going to do anything. I don't commit crimes. That's not my life. I'm a very simple man. Mama told me when I was young, fucking Leonard Skinner. I hate my jokes today. Hate every one of them. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I can hold all these books up. There's 1,000 of them. Thank you. And scene.